So, in my experience, as a black woman born in Britain, I found it to be very apparent that English people love taking the piss out of others. But especially since I've started this platform, English people hate having banter back. They absolutely hate it with a passion. You can't take the piss out of English people. They want to take the piss out of you all the time. They want to rim and say, only joking. I'm only joking. It's just jokes. Have a sense of humour. And then when you do it back, oh my God, you can't say that. How dare you? That's it. That ain't funny. You know? So it's very, 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 very funny to me. Why do I not like the English people? Why do you think I don't like them? Where is this coming from? So Paul says, who can't take banter? Can you read, Paul? Can you read? Read the prompt. Read the prompt. I've got a feeling someone might be triggered by this topic already. And I guess that Paul might be English. So let's see how right I can be proved today. Ali says, good to see someone and something refreshing combating the hate and racism. One love, fam. Oh, you know, honestly, I didn't expect this to be my calling, but when the universe speaks to you and keeps harassing you, telling you you must speak about your experiences in Britain and in England, I'm like, okay, honestly, these thoughts have been in my head for years, like literally years. And I'm like, why can't they go away? I don't want to talk about this. I just want to live my life, be happy as I am. But it was literally harassment in my mind. I've said some things on here about a spiritual awakening that I had 2 years ago. I still need to do a video explaining why English people are my specific topic on this platform. I will share more about that soon. Thank you so much, Flywalker. Thank you. Leanne, yesterday was funny, Leanne. It really was so funny watching them crash out. Oh my God. So I've had some crash out kings and queens before, but yesterday was super, super crash out. Like one after the next one. Wow. It was very amusing. Honestly, I slept very well as well last night because of it. Oh, okay. Chris says, take your meds. What meds are you expecting me to take, Chrissy? Hi, Barbie. Good to see you. Beyonce, thank you so much for being here in the chat. Thank you, Mrs. A. Thank you. Just trying to get the kids ready for bed, but listening in. Thank you so much. It's always lovely to see you here. Thank you. We've got somebody who wants to come up. Hello, how are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm lovely, lovely. This is about just specifically English people. So let me explain to you a little bit more. English people are actually Anglo-Saxon descendants. So they came from Northern Europe. I have to give you a little bit of history so it makes the topic clear.
Okay.
So they came from Northern Europe and they resided in Britain. People think that English people are indigenous to Britain when they're not, actually. They're from Northern Europe. But what happens is that English people, they take the piss out of everybody, like every single culture.
You mean, yeah. English people can't handle. Yes, I agree with that. I agree with that.
I'm getting that now, girl.
I agree with that because they don't see they don't see what they be doing, and I be confused. Like, y'all can't handle it. Somebody talk about the food immediately. It's like they're gonna explode. Like all the ethnic food that the UK has. Like no one's trashing that. We talk about the straight like white food. That shit look trash, bro. Anytime we bring it up, they say, "Oh, y'all eat McDonald's or y'all bread has sugar in it." Y'all have McDonald's in the UK. Y'all bread is the same. Y'all got white bread in the UK. Don't play with me. They think they eat better. Just do everything better. I don't understand where that attitude comes from. I don't understand where it comes from.
In the culture, I mean, you obviously live amongst European Americans, which are actually all from Britain as well. So it's the same mindset. This air of superiority, and John, if he's still here in the chat, was saying about it's actually indoctrinated in them from birth, this air of superiority, where they think that they're exceptional and they cannot be criticized or have the piss taken out of them. It's literally against their being. But the food thing is so hilarious to me. When you had that, what's his name? Keith, what's his name? The guy?
Keith Lee.
That's it, yeah. When Keith Lee came over to the UK, I actually don't live in the UK, by the way, anymore. I don't live in Europe anymore. But I saw all that stuff happening, and the way I was pissing myself.
No, I seen Jacket Potato for the first time, and I'm like, these people are still living in like I don't even know what era. This
Yeah.
looks like food for people that are going to hell. This is
Yeah.
insane. Hot tuna and a potato, and I'll end it there. I need to
Yeah.
understand why would you do that with beans? Y'all are gross. No
Well,
thanks.
people keep saying like World War II ended 75 years ago, so why are you still eating
Why
like
are
that?
we eating like that? It's so gross. Wet peas? No thanks.
Yeah.
No thanks.
There are so many things where you're just like, you decided to put all that together and call it a meal? Mm.
I will say Sunday
Ooh.
roast does look good. Sunday
Yes.
roast does look fire. But like I think that's the only thing that like is kind of not suspicious. Everything else is terrifying. Like I
It's
don't why are we doing this? I don't know. Someone needs to come up and explain it. Even the Chinese food is like I don't know. I don't
You
know.
know what? Funny thing you bring up Chinese food, right? So when I was in the UK, I loved English Chinese food. Now I've moved away and I've come back. I'm like,
It
like,
looks so foul.
yeah,
It looks so foul. The gravy, no, the color of
yeah.
it.
The
It's something
colours.
amiss. It's something very dark over the UK right now. I don't know. Y'all need Guy Fieri. Go get Guy Fieri. Go get all of the obese people, and we need sugar and real food. I'm sorry.
It's so true. It really, really, really is so true. Like, and as Keith Lee said, when he came to the UK, the best part about it was the ethnic food. It was everybody else's food that was actually really good. And oh my God, just the whole thing was hilarious. Like, as you rightly brought up, if you say anything, and the good thing is we have some great English people in the chat there who actually agree, but they really take it so personally, like they cook the food themselves. Like you cannot say anything bad about the food without them taking it so personally. It's like English people, try to be a little bit more creative with your food. Everybody makes the same joke, and so do I. If you stole spices, you literally stole spices. People died. You killed people for spices, and you're still stuck on salt and pepper. It is a violation. Yeah, it is a violation of the human lives that were lost. Please have some creativity, add some color. Like really, a lot of English food is one color. It's beige color. And the only color that comes in was peas, which is like the worst vegetable. The peas, don't get me started on green peas. I hate green peas with a passion. The size of them are awkward as fuck. And then if you cook them right the wrong way, they can turn into like paper. Like peas can turn into paper. If you overcook that thing, you leave it a little bit too long, and then it just tastes like air. That's peas. And you add that as a staple of your meals. It's the worst vegetable. Peas are the worst vegetable. That's what you choose to add as color on your plate. No, English people, you've been around for 1,500 years, your tribe. 450 AD, Mrs. A, the salt and pepper pots are usually just table ornaments. Pepper is bland, spices is king or queen. B, hate the English but won't leave because of her council house. What? What? I don't know what that means. I think you're assuming that I live in the UK and England. Read my bio. I don't even live in Europe. Please, English people, come up with some original comments. You all say this. You're like, she lives in England and she hates English people. And she's the. This is how you know when people stop evolving, like B, because they're saying the same old copy and paste stuff we've heard a million times. No research, no new ideas. B, you have reached the limit of your existence. Goodbye. Good luck with your final days on earth. Yeah, exactly. Think I live in a council? Like, I literally have 3 houses, dear. None of them are council. I'm living my life very, very wonderfully. Thank you so much. Very wonderful. Yeah, exactly. You can just. The thing is, I don't dislike the culture, John. Let me be clear. I don't dislike the culture of English people because it's hard to actually identify what English culture is. We're all having this conversation right now. Like, what is it? Because you guys don't even practice it yourselves. I am just very critical of it because I grew up in it, and it's about time that that superiority was actually put back to bed because it doesn't have a place in the world. If you're constantly disliking people, which is historically what has happened, inherited racism. Yeah, exactly, Charlie. English culture is just other countries' cultures. Barbie has no clue. That's right. Watch out. The Morris dancers will be in to defend the culture, Mrs. A. Honestly, right, so 2025, English people, why are you not modernizing even Morris dancing? Like, literally, why are you not taking your culture and bringing it into the present day? Most of you don't even have any interest. Any interest? Yes, Leanne, I've seen Adam in the chat. You see, I'm not even paying attention to that one right now. I let some of these English people start crashing out in the comments, and I always invite them to come up onto the panel and let themselves speak. You know, let their voices be heard, because they say, English people say, we ain't being heard. We ain't being heard. And I say, okay, well, come up. I'll give you a voice here. Do they want to speak? Hell no, they don't want to speak. They don't want to speak. Okay, sorry, I've gone on a little bit of a random one there. So Iffy J, are you there, my dear? Iffy J on the panel. Hello, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm lovely, lovely. What would you like to add to the conversation today?
I'm not gonna lie. The only English food that's slap is the full English. If you take out the mushrooms, the tomato, and the black pudding.
I can agree with you there. I can really agree with you there on the full English breakfast. There's something about like the heartiness of it, isn't it? It's like the heartiness of the breakfast, the fact that it's so hot. And I completely agree. I completely agree. And actually, I always like, the thing is, I have to say, English bread, like eating bread in England does not agree with my stomach. I don't know how they make it or what they do in it. I can't eat English bread, which is a shame because I used to love like fried toast, fried bread. But over there, I can't do it. Over here in the country, they make the bread a bit different so I can actually eat it here. Yeah, you like a British cafe, Fly Walker. You like it, yeah. John Wright, fried bread, sausage, eggs, scrambled eggs, peak breakfast. Yeah, gets you started for the day. Yeah. I'm sorry, this is an Irish name. I'm so sorry. You know, I'm going to get this really, really wrong. Kyumbala. I always ask, what did England do? That's great. Scotland invented most things we use today. So if any English person wants to come and challenge, they're more than welcome to do that. Chris says, do you just talk about English people? We must really rattle you. This is just one platform that I have, Chris. I'm actually on Twitter as well. I just did a video on this. I've lived many lives, Chris. English people is just the topic of conversation at the moment for me. You may not understand this, Chris, because you're in my comment sections a lot. I've seen all your comments, Chris. It's always funny, right? English people be like, yeah, you're so obsessed with English people, but you lot are obsessed with me. I'm talking about you as a collective of millions of people, English people. I don't know you individually. You know me individually, and you have not blocked me. You come up here on my lives. You come in my chat. Oh, she's obsessed with English people. You're the ones who are in love with me. And you just don't understand why. It's very, very confusing for you. There's something about my aura and allure that keeps you so intrigued. You're furious at me, but at the same time, you can't help but fall in love. That's the way it is, guys. Oh, it's so difficult. It's so hard being English. It's so hard being English. Right, Fahad, are you there? Are you still cooking? Hello, how are you?
Here I am.
Good to see you today. What's up?
Nothing's up. I just wanted to say I just want to bring in a bit of a different element. When I was growing up, since I was born here, I was born in Hounslow, Isleworth, which is down south, and I moved all the way up to Manchester. Just giving you a bit of a theory because I've travelled and I've travelled in this English land, as you say, and then I've lived in different parts of England, so I've got to know different English people, all the way from the council state, all the way to some very nice areas. Because I went to school with them, I've lived in certain areas myself. Now, I would say is that when you talk about English people take the piss out of others but can't handle the same back, I would say, well, the way I'm going to come to you with this is that whenever it was somebody in person or online, when I had English friends, I mean, to be honest with you, I'm not hating against English people. I'm just having an open conversation. I'm just telling you the traumas that we have faced, but then actually realised it was internal racism, it was hierarchy, it was hatred, but then painted as them being friends of yours. However, let me move to the point. So whenever it was like an old English lady, something bad used to happen to her or him, it used to be like, oh, bless him or her, I hope they're okay. If there's a black person, they're going to take the piss out of the black person, take the piss out of their race, how they are. Or if God forbid, if an Asian man, especially from South Asia, casually call them the P word, casually take the living piss out of them in every single way or form. But when there's a white person, no, we can't say that. It's their age. Bless them. We don't know what they're going through. They've got dementia. They're living alone, not because no one likes them. Because they've treated people like shit their whole lives. Now they're living alone because God does take out the karma. It might take some time, but it will come back to you.
Yeah, I agree with everything you just said there, 100%. And even in the chat as well there, if you could see, people were saying absolutely true. I agree. I've seen it. Yeah, you're right. Especially old people. You're right there, Fahad. You're so right. The old people, all of the excuses come. Like you say, it's dementia. Oh, they didn't mean it. They're just getting old. And that's one thing I find interesting about old English people. My mother and my sister have worked in old people's homes. The racism from these old people is insane. They are so racist.
I'm genuinely scared of them. Whenever I see them, I literally cross the road because I don't want to be blamed for anything or I don't want to face anything. I literally, whenever I see an old English person, you will not see me in their proximity because I know they're going to have a problem with me for absolutely no reason, God forbid. But I just know it would come, the hatred would be there. And it's just, do you know what I mean? Like, it's evident, isn't it? So they're actually pretty scary to me in the way that they look and the way they look at you and the stench. I'm sorry, I can't. All right?
Don't trust the old people just because they might have a broke back now and they've got the walking stick. And, you know, you had the Werther's original adverts. If you guys know this, the Werther's original. Oh, look at the old person taking a sweetie out of the pocket. Here you go. Oh, don't trust it. Don't trust these old ass people from England because they will literally take their walking stick out. And you'll be like, oh, but I thought you were nice. Like, they missold me. It was bad advertising. It was not accurate advertising. But Hamzi says the same thing. I have a friend who works in healthcare and the story she's told me is wild. John says we are ignorant of other cultures, religions, but we can't live without their food. LOL, which is true. CHB18, thank you so much, my wonderful mod, laying up in hospitals alone. Yeah, so even when it comes to old people, my mum used to get so sad.
I just say I'm going to go now. I'm going to see you later. I'm cooking.
Oh, okay, thank you, Fahad. See you later.
Bye.
When my mum used to work in old people's homes, it used to break her heart having all these old racist English people in the homes, but their families wouldn't even go see them until it was time to collect that money. And if you English people are there, go and see your old racist nans and granddads in the old people's homes. Go and see them because you cannot be just waiting around to collect that check. It's not right. It's very immoral. Hamzi says, yeah, dying alone is so common these days. It is unacceptable. Unacceptable. Your grandparents birthed your parents and they're the reason why you are here. Go and see your old racist grandparents in their old homes. Montemuro, good to see you. Thank you so much for being here. Mobillion, good to see you back here again. Hamza, you're right. Can't build a community with hate. So true. Ella, good to see you here. I think I've seen you in my comment section. Thank you for being here. An old woman was giving me evils once, and I said, "Don't worry, you'll soon be in your grave." Yes, we have to say it. Like, don't be fooled by these old people. Jangir, good to see you.
You know,
Rox.
You know what, folks? You know, you're talking about homes, yeah. You know, just a moment of thought just came in place. They build so many homes, like elderly homes and stuff, but then they can't build, say, 3, 4, or 5. Back in the days, they had 5 to 6 bedrooms, sort of thing, where big families used to live. They deliberately stopped making that so that to reduce the family where everyone lives together. Have you noticed that?
That's interesting you say that. Yeah. Everything is limited free, like average 3 bedroom, 2 3 bedroom. Yes.
Yeah, so they
Yeah.
deliberately made into like 2 3 bedroom is the most common. Very rarely, like old flats, you'll see 4 bedroom. Very rarely. Nowadays, it's like majority 2 to 3 bedrooms, 1 to 3. That's it. So that you cannot have a big family living there anymore. Systematically, that's
Yeah.
it. Your family is broken systematically. It's done on purpose. So
But
where
also
there's family,
remember as well,
yeah,
capitalism is such a thing in the Western world. So it's affordability. Like they can't afford to have these big families as well. So I think simultaneously the houses have also shrunk to reflect that as well. Yeah.
yeah, but then the elderly homes, they're obviously been funded by taxpayers. Do you see what I mean? So it doesn't make sense that okay, let's have a home where all the old people stay. It's like, to me, it sounds sort of like disservice to them, unwanted people. Let's just put everyone there, away from society, and visit them as and when you like it. I find it like it's a bit like a prison service. Honestly, I'm against that sort of thing because I believe the family should look after their elders because they
Yes.
contributed all their life. Now you look after them. They loved society. They contributed to society. Now, oh yeah, let's just put them aside.
Yeah.
Visit
It's
them as and
very,
when you feel
very
like
sad.
a prison service. It's
It's
wrong.
very,
It's really wrong.
it's very sad. Like I think that's one thing that is definitely lacking in English culture. And somebody said it earlier in the chat is empathy. Like it's really, really lacking. I only knew one person who actually really cared for their grandparents. This is so sad to say this. Like, we spent a lot of time with. There's a guy I used to go out with many, many, many years ago, and he was white and English. And we used to spend so much time with his grandparents. Like it was beautiful, really beautiful. But he was literally like the only person in his family who actually did that. He was the only member of his family who did not even the grandparent's son. So his own dad did not spend time. Like the grandson who I went out with would always spend time with them. And I loved them. They were such lovely people, really lovely people. They weren't racist, by the way. They weren't racist. They were the exception to the rule. And we went out for 6 years and they were so super lovely. And I'm pretty sure to this day they've passed away now, because that was in my 20s when I went out with this guy. Early to mid 20s, I went out with him. But yeah, it's so
It's a
sad.
blessing in front of their eyes. They, fed you, clothed you, everything. Even sitting in your home, is a blessing for them to die gracefully. Do you see what I mean? Seeing their children as well as grandchildren, how difficult is it to look after them? I think this is such a wrong thing to do. And the way they've done it, I think it's going to be very difficult to undo.
Yeah,
Put it that
I
way.
agree. It's. I think what needs to happen is like a new wave of kids coming up, and the old ways are sort of dying out a little bit, and it's really going to take the youth to adopt new practices. So it's not about changing what's already there; it's just letting the new
Yeah.
people come up. But Estrello, we're going to bring you into the conversation as well, please. Estrello, do you want to unmute and say what you want to say this evening? How are you?
Hello, I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm very good, thank you. What would you like to add?
I just want to say that I was listening quite a while ago and you said that joke about they stole all the spices, but they only got salt and pepper. That was really good.
You're
I was
welcome.
laughing
You're
for quite a
welcome.
while for that one. But to be honest with you, this is my opinion. I think every country has a culture. I think every house has a culture. Like in my house, we have a culture. My neighbors, they have a culture. Culture doesn't mean it has to be extravagant. It has to be like Indian clothing. It has to be put the best spiciest food. Culture, it just means a people's customs. It could be your slang. It could be your just way of living in itself is culture. I don't think the English have the greatest culture. I don't think it's the deepest culture, but they have a culture. Like even if it's just small things like
That's disrespect, Estrello.
if you can like it doesn't even have to be small things, just things like pub culture or the
It's disrespect.
carvery or
Do you wanna? I'm
Stuart,
just
it's
going to
rude to
interrupt you
interrupt.
because Stuart.
wait,
Stuart
Stuart,
wants
I'm literally
to.
backing your case. Why are you saying disrespectful? I'm
Yeah,
literally under
Stuart. He's
fire.
not. He's not saying anything derogatory. But Stuart, what is it that kind of made you feel like you wanted to interject there? Is there something that you wanted
No,
to add?
because at the end of the day, it's mostly Asians that come to come to my country. I shouldn't even say
My
this
country.
country.
Wow, my country.
Yeah, goodbye. We ain't doing all that shit. I'm not interested in any bitter little bee he's on here
Do
because
you know what, Fox?
Stulo was saying
You should
something
have put him on.
nice.
Wait, you
Stulo
know
was
what? Let
saying
him
something
spew.
nice about English culture, that it had some small little things there to be respected. And the way he felt so disrespected. Please, like Stuart, I want you to do some homework right now, immediately, Stuart. Go to my TikTok page. I've literally posted a video about how English people are embarrassing to the Anglo-Saxons, who are your ancestors. The Anglo-Saxons, when they came to the UK, they didn't give a shit about what other people thought about them. And you, Stuart, have immediately started crying just because he said that English culture is not the strongest, but there's some little bits there and there to respect. Okay, he said that, but you were like, that's disrespectful. That's disrespectful. Stuart, go and do your homework and then you can come back, because we ain't about having grown men crying in public. It's embarrassing.
He's not. You
It's
know what, Fox?
embarrassing.
He's not even grown. You can hear it in his voice. He's not that educated.
Yeah, he's childish.
He's not that
That's what it
educated.
was.
Childish.
He really isn't educated.
So anyway,
But
so
do you know-
like,
do
I
you
don't
know
know why.
Stuart's-
I don't know why
Guys,
he's
I'm
saying
going to
this.
ask you guys on the panel. Okay, Stuart's saying, okay, let me back. What do you think? Should we let him back? I'm letting. You know what? To me, this is real. This is real democracy. I'm going to ask the people. Should we let Stuart back up on the chat? Vote.
Yeah,
people.
let him back. Let him
Yes,
back. But he's
yes,
childish.
yes.
But he
Let's
needs
hear
to
him
know
out.
how to behave.
Yeah, yes. People saying yes. It's banter. It's banter. Okay, Stuart, you're being approved to enter back on the chat. Let's see what you do this time, Stuart. Let's see how you handle the conversation now. Stuart, try.
No, what it is, because what I'm fed up of is people coming to our country and they're racist to the flag, they're racist to white people.
You know what? What's this got to do with banter? And what's this got to do with anything? We've not said any of that stuff. You're upset now about something that's completely unrelated to what we're chatting about here.
Because
So
look at the topic.
unrelated.
Look at the topic. It says English people take the P out of others, but
Which
can't
you
handle
do.
the thing back.
Which you do. Which you do.
What
you do.
tell us, what have we took the P out? We've brought you lot here. We brought you lot here.
You didn't bring us here. That's the thing.
Oh, here we go. This.
What do you mean?
You're embarrassing yourself now. I've given you a second chance to come up here and actually stick to the topic. Now all you're doing is sticking to the same copy-paste script that your particular group of people have. We brought you lot here. You disrespect us. We're not even talking about that shit,
Okay,
boy.
what is it?
We're not
What
even
is it
talking
you're going to talk
that.
about? And I'll answer the question. I will answer the question.
You haven't got anything to add to this conversation, Stuart, that you would have an
Yes, but
approach.
I'm adding something now. But what is it?
You ain't adding nothing, boy. You ain't adding nothing.
All right.
Stuart,
Can
we
I
were
ask
talking
you,
about
Stuart,
culture. I don't know why you
Stuart,
talking about immigration.
let me just
Talking
ask him
about
something.
culture.
Stuart,
I don't understand.
you said that people come over here, disrespect, and are racist towards your flag. Where did you see this? Because I haven't seen anyone disrespect the flag. If anything, the flags are being weaponized to show to the ethnic people that you are not wanted. Is it not the reverse way is happening at the moment?
No, it is not. What we're trying to do is demonstrate our love for the flag and for the English culture. We
What
don't
about
want
the
our
timing of
culture
it?
to be.
But
our
look at the
culture is
timing of
joint-
it, though.
What
Stuart.
is English culture? Come on, Stuart. Let's have it. What's your
Shall I tell you what English culture is?
quintessential? Let me hear and keep it positive. Let me tell.
Oh,
Don't
yeah.
tell us
Shall I tell you
what
what
it's
English
not.
culture is? Shall
Don't
I
tell
tell
it
you
what
what?
it's not. Don't tell it. Don't tell us that it's not black. It's not that. Just tell us what you're proud of.
Oh, I'll tell you what.
Come
I'm
on.
And
Our
without
Christian.
saying, and I tell you 1 minute, another caveat, Stuart, it's not to do with other people, okay? This is about specifically English people and English
Yeah.
culture, not about, we, like what you've said, we brought people here, we did this, but no, ignore everybody else, ignore every other culture, every other people.
Okay, I'm going to tell you.
Go for it.
Okay.
It's our Christian beliefs. We've got a love for the church. We've got a love for Christianity. We're welcoming people. We're very tolerant.
Do you go to church?
We're very tolerant people.
Stuart, sorry,
We're
can I just stop you?
loving. We're loving.
One thing at a time.
Don't
Do you go to
please,
church?
please give him. Let
Let's
him
do
land.
it.
Let him
I'm
land.
even gonna
Let him
mute
land.
myself.
We've got questions. Let him
Loving,
land.
generous. We're integrated. We make an integrated society, and our culture is like our food as well. Our
Food,
English
what food?
pubs, our pubs.
It's all closing down.
Yeah, and and do you know why they're closing down? Do you know why they're closing down?
For the good reasons.
No, because what it is, Sadiq Khan, the
Oh,
mayor
Oh
of
God.
London, has an agenda to get rid of everything English.
I don't
oh,
live in.
so
Okay.
Guys, I'm
My
just
Sadiq Khan also
there's
closed
three
the
pubs where
churches
I
as well.
live. Hold on. There's three pubs where I live. Right, two of them are closed down and they're convert. I don't live in London. What the hell has Sadiq Khan got to do with that?
Because Sadiq Khan is spreading his rhetoric all over the country.
Sadiq
It's
Khan's
not.
got nothing to do with my
He's not
two out
voodoo,
of three
man. He's
locals
not voodoo.
closing
Do you
down.
know how
He
much? Do
hasn't.
you know how much mayors in the UK are Muslims? Did you know?
Oh my
What?
God! What the f? What the f?
This is the
My mayor
reason
is a
Stuart,
why.
Muslim. My mayor is
Stuart,
a
you're on another.
Muslim.
Stuart, you're on
Why are
another.
the local boozers closed?
What do you say?
I said, my mayor, where I live, isn't Muslim. Why are my boozers closing down?
Basically, as well, there's another reason to that. Not everything is that, but it's the money. It's the money. Inflation, the cost of living in the UK is very high. A lot of people can't survive in the UK anymore.
Okay,
Basically,
say that then, because it's got nothing to do with it's got nothing
but
to do with
majority, not
Asians. It's got
70% of
nothing
its
to do
stuff.
with blacks. Yeah, you
Seventy
wanna
percent is
go
to do
there? It's
with
got nothing to do with that.
Muslims. 70% is to do with Muslims.
Where'd you get that?
70%.
Where'd you get that figure? Where'd you get that figure? You see what I mean?
Last time I
You know
looked, it
what?
was 75% white. Where'd
Let
you
me
get
argue.
70%
I can
Muslim?
argue. I can
Right.
argue that I love England more than
So
you.
one
You know
minute, one
why?
minute,
When
one
I
minute,
came
Fly,
in
one
here,
minute,
I
Fly,
said I
one minute,
love.
Fly.
I
Sorry,
came in
one
here
minute,
and
one minute, one minute, one minute, one minute, one minute, 1 minute. I just want to pick up on what Stuart's just said. Did he just say that 75% of the pubs are closed down because of Muslims or the other way around? I couldn't understand the statistic. I remember
Yeah,
it was
because of
Islam.
Muslims. 75% of them.
75% of your pubs have closed down because of Islam.
And they don't
Yes, they're
drink.
spreading their rhetoric everywhere.
Okay, so what is it? Is it because you feel like the pub culture is what, against Islam? Is this what you're getting at, Stuart?
Islam is spreading all of its stuff
What
all over the
stuff would
country.
that be, Stuart? What stuff?
Racism.
So racism has got to do with the fact that you can't have a pint. What's this correlation, Stuart? What is the correlation
I'm lost for words.
between
Honestly, I'm lost for
Islam
words.
and drinking in the pub? The pubs are open, my dear. The pubs are open. I'm sure you probably have one in your town that you go to, but you don't patronise the pub because, yes, the cost of living crisis has gone up. I know it's like £8 a pint now. However,
Yeah.
Stuart, do you not think
£8.50. £8.50 I pay.
Okay, £8.50.
Bloody hell.
Thank you for the 50p correction. But Stuart, don't you think it's actually probably better to get your friends around in your house, get a 6-pack from Tesco or from wherever, and make your own pub at home? Like, that's awesome. You don't have to be.
That's
with
what
all
my
these other-
neighbour's done.
all these other drunken idiots out there getting into fights and getting arrested and all that kind of crap. Why don't you actually do that with your friends?
The problem is, right, like, listen, my whole topic was to move out of England generally, to move to Spain
Oh, so
because
to become an
So
immigrant.
Stuart, I've just given you a really good idea then, because you've just said that the pub culture is going. So I've given you an alternative. Why can't you accept that alternative? What's the reason?
I can't accept it because what is going on? But basically, where I'm living is gradually turning non-white where I'm living
That's
as
got
well.
nothing to do with pub culture. That's nothing to do with your culture. Literally none of this. The problem is, Stuart, is that you're afraid of people that aren't white. And that's something that you need to figure out, like why you feel so disgruntled about people of another color. And people are laughing at you in the chat there saying, oh, you want to go to Spain. Spain don't want English people there. Have you not seen?
I know
Have you
they don't want
literally
them
not
now. That's
seen?
why we can't go there no more.
Yeah, because you're disrespectful to culture, Stuart. Like you've just said, I don't like people looking a different shade to me. Oh, what? I'm so afraid. I'm so afraid.
No, but the thing is,
And
right? I ain't got a
Islam, they're closing our pubs.
I ain't got like. I'll be honest with you, right? I ain't got a problem with people from the Caribbean, right, and all that. The
Oh,
Caribbean,
thank you so much. How lucky are we?
because what it is, right? With the Asians, I'll tell you the difference between the Asians, the Africans, and the Caribbeans, right? Africans and what do you call it? Africans and Asians, they want to change Britain. They want to change it. But the Caribbeans, they don't want to bring their pollution and change Britain. But the other people, the other cultures want to change it.
Wow.
We don't want to change it. Look, this is a
You
difference.
do
Yeah?
want to change it. Asians
But
are
wait,
the
hold on.
leading
Let me tell you. We got our people who wants to pray, so we build a mosque where it's
Mate,
safe
you
haven.
build a mosque and then you start praying out in the pavement.
No, hold on, Stuart. Let
that's not
me
true.
explain to you.
That
Let me
is
explain
It
to
is
you.
true. I've got pictures.
Wait, once again.
Okay,
Stuart.
I'm just gonna move the conversation on, guys, just because Nigel's been waiting very patiently.
Okay.
And I'm gonna bring him in and see what he wants to add
It's
to
all
the
their pollution
conversation.
they want to bring everywhere.
If he wants,
Can I just finish on that? Yeah.
Stuart, shush your mouth a minute, please. We're going to move to Nigel. Nigel, are you there still? Thank you so much, Nigel. How are you?
Good. I'm across the pond. I'm intrigued at the conversation and just listening to you guys. Like we're a good 10, 20, 15 years behind. Like with the mix of peoples in our country. Like and it's just interesting to see the views of everybody there in the conversation.
Oh, so you're just here to watch.
Are you in Southern Ireland? Are you in Southern Ireland or Northern?
Southern Ireland?
Okay. I used to live in Dublin.
Yeah.
How is it changing for you?
Like, well, like, look.
And be honest. You can be honest here.
Yeah, like it's look, it's changing. It's changing slowly. Like, and it's probably a positive thing. Like and look, we embrace it here. Most, a lot of people. But look, in the cities, it's probably different. Like so. Look, I'm not equipped with enough knowledge, really, like to be able to discuss it. Like
Okay.
certain parts, like would be different to other parts. So I live in a place like whereas be, like it wouldn't be, it wouldn't have that many mixed peoples yet, like but like certain parts of Ireland are like Dublin, and some people embrace it and some people like don't like. But I think that the peoples that do come in do intermix and do. Like are willing to, to mix and that type of thing. So I think it's very positive,
Okay.
That's my view.
When I was living there, I was living there in like 2016, 17, 18.
Mm-hmm.
And the problems were, and I'm regularly the only black in the village. I lived in, is it Dunshaughlin? Please don't kill me for the pronunciation.
That's a good pronunciation, yes.
Right? I was living in Dunshaughlin at the time and commuting into Dublin.
Mm-hmm.
I loved it there, and I brought my son with me. It was great, but I'm hearing bad things. But I mean, I am of Jamaican descent, so we have a kind of a bit of a kinship there. But I'm not hearing that things are going so well at the moment there. Is that true?
Look, there's so many things going on in the world, like I think people like are blaming, like Donald Trump. There is blaming, people like Donald Trump are blaming, minorities for certain problems that have nothing to do with them, and I think that's going on big time. No, I think Ireland is look, it probably is getting a little bit worse, and I don't have personal experience of it, like but I hope it doesn't, I hope like that the Irish people embrace the new people coming in, and that's my view.
It's important not to forget history, and this is why I always bring it up. It's like it's easy, especially in this world now, to have people like Donald Trump, to have people like Nigel Farage, to make us all believe that like history doesn't exist and that things have just started in the last like 2 months, right? That we all completely forget what's happened in the past and why the world is as it is now, and especially about about Irish people and the Irish struggle and the division of Ireland. And this is why I have my platform about the English. It's like every single conflict and situation and problem, the English are behind it. And there is so much more unity that could be found in the world if they understood that. Like really, we would have a united Ireland if England did not exist.
Like the islands of Ireland and England, like like throughout history, like they have migrant populations coming in, like Picts, Angles, Celts, Normans, the more northern ones. Like so, like to say that anything is is English or anything is Irish. Like we're all like. We're all moving along, like it's just different groups of people coming in at different times, like So there's no, I don't think there's anything as a pure English culture, because it's a mix of everything, like and same as Ireland, it's a mix. Same in most countries, probably. Like if you know the history of them, like they're mixes of peoples, like
Definitely. Blue skies just dropped. They were waiting for their. Are my glasses double glazed? No. No, but I have to have a light behind here because, of course, it's dark at the moment. It's dark. Fahad, did you want to add anything to?
Yeah, I wanted to add something to what Stu was saying earlier. Do you know when all the EDL marches were going on? I was in Dubai 2 weeks ago, and honestly, I loved everything about Dubai. I felt so much safe. I knew I'd come in, I would go leave my house, come back not getting stabbed. I'll come back with my phone. I'll come back without not a raging man or woman trying to fight me for absolutely no reason. I'll know I'll be respected. I know I'll be safe. Anyways, moving to my point. I saw a UAE Arab saying that only there's their population of 13 million and 12 million of them people. Oh, she's left.
No, I'm still here. My phone just did.
Said 13 million of their population, if 13 million people live in UAE and 12 million are foreign expats building their economy. And they said immigrants are not the problem. It's it's a downfall of your government, which is blaming others so it can follow their rhetoric. And you basically have a divide of people so they can successfully complete their mission, knowing that the English would boost of racism, given the fact that telling them someone from a different race of yours, from a different color of yours, from a different religion of you is the problem. They will hop on that train and go as fast as they possibly can humanly. So, yeah, that's all I really wanted to say. Like, I actually did realize that before my parents or my grandparents came to this country, it was living in dirt. It wasn't really the England it is now. It's all those immigrants that has built this country, black people, brown people, working their arse off in the NHS, building their healthcare. I've never met an English doctor in my life. There's no English doctors, even in my GP. They're all Asian, because English people are not doctors anymore. English are not dermatologists anymore. And they say, they aren't giving jobs. If you go and find on the NHS website, South Asian women are the last to be seen, even after the black people. And so basically they divide even the healthcare system. I was reading on it, and South Asian women are to be seen last in their NHS when they are most of the working majority of the NHS. So immigrants are not the problem. I'm just referring back to Stuart, mate. We're not the problem. It's your own. You can't even live amongst each other. The English don't even like each other. I've seen it. They're so hostile. They absolutely would. I don't know. They're just so violent, aren't they? Even in their own English pubs, when a brown person isn't there, what's the problem? We always see you guys fighting. We always see the police outside a pub. There's always something going on. But there isn't a brown face or black face in there. Then what's the problem?
Yeah, it's so true. It's so. Do you know what? The most embarrassing thing I remember once, do you remember that? Was it police stop programs? Remember those? When they do the police chases and stuff? I saw someone I went to school with on that damn show. I was so embarrassed. I was like, oh my God, I know that girl. I know that girl. And I was.
And can I just say to somebody's comment, you must live in a bad area. No, I actually really don't. I live in a very nice area. And Fox, I've got 2 English neighbours. One's a physician, both of them couple, and the other one's a teacher. And I've never had a single problem with them.
Yeah.
Never.
I can
to admit that we've lived in harmony because they're educated and they understand that we aren't the
I can
problem.
back up what you're saying there, Fahad. Where I grew up, it wasn't the best. It was a council estate, but I still had Asian doctors. Like that whole practice pretty much was Asian doctors. I've moved to a more affluent area. There was one English doctor. One. And actually I lived in I moved to a big town. There was one English doctor. So yeah, it's definitely a case of English people don't really understand what they've been taken advantage of.
They don't even know. They just want to hate. I feel like
it's a lot of anger. It's a lot of anger.
It's a lot of anger for no reason. Like, we are the most calmest people. He's blaming Islam. When you actually really open up that book and you read it thoroughly and you don't stick traditions into it, which is a big problem, all right? Certain people from different countries practice their religion differently. But if you actually open up that book, it's not the problem of, it's the people in Islam. Isn't.
But let me move away from.
Can I just finish my point? Sorry, can I just finish my point?
I'm just going to move away from that. I'm just going to move away from that point a minute because I'm going to pick up on what you've just said, Fahad, which was about just how the careers, of English people, and then the fact that you've said
sorry, go on.
And things like that, right? So, what historically has been happening? I don't know if you've been on my live when I've said this, or anyone who's heard me say this before. Is English people keep going away from their history, but they're not understanding the way that they were used by their own government historically. They've been used by them. They've only been used for manual labor jobs, tailors, butchers. There's literally your surnames. One of the first videos I ever did on my platform before, this is like the fourth TikTok account I've had, is that English people, their surnames are their trades, which they've completely forgotten about. Shipwright, boatwright, so boat makers, all those kind of trades were all manual labor trades. And so now we've moved into the digital world. They have not obviously passed, those particular trades have sort of a little bit gone out of fashion. And we've moved into more of a modern world now where we're becoming more qualified in those areas which have left English people behind. They've also had this culture of just disrespecting the classroom and disrespecting teachers. You know what it's like. You guys, I'm sure, can all relate to this. In the classroom, there's always the naughty kid. There's always the naughty kids who are always disrespecting the teachers. And they're always getting sent to detention because culturally, they've never had a chance really to stand up to the governments anymore. They're like, the government does this, government, but I'm not strong enough to stand up to the government. What I'll do is the next person who comes and challenges me, which is a teacher, I'm going to say, teacher, leave those kids alone. That's like their anthem. So then they don't get GCSE grades. Then they don't obviously go to A levels. They can't be bothered, leave school at 16. They don't go to university. And then they're left sitting there thinking, well, what else can I do? What can I do? What can I do? What can I do? And Leanne says, ex-teacher here and the parents were the worst. Yes, my mother was a nursery nurse. And she dealt with so much BS from the parents, so much BS. And I've even had people in my chat saying that the parents that the teachers are dealing with have such bad attitudes towards education and to actually trying to help their kids grow up. So yeah, Fahad, you're right with bringing up the careers thing. It's just their culture.
You've got Quinn in the comments. He has been under every English empire videos. We were the strongest empire. We were the most influential empire. Oh, we were the greatest ever.
Quinn, do you want to come up? You came up yesterday and it started off all right, Quinn. Do you want to come up and have a chat with us today, or are you still feeling a bit bruised from yesterday?
Fox, can I just add to Stuart's comment?
Yes,
he's saying he wants to leave Britain and go to Spain. If you love your country so much, why would you leave it? That's what came in mind. I'm not thinking, no matter what changes, you still want to die on your land, don't you? So surely you can't be loving it that much that you turn your back on it.
No, but my thing is, in their army, why is there not so many? Why aren't they in their army? Why aren't they hosting up charities for women and children? Why is it that they will go on marches? Why aren't you in your army? Why aren't you helping the NHS? Why aren't you doing up charities? Why aren't you helping the state of the country that you love so deeply? Why aren't you helping towards it? Why aren't you investing towards it? Does it always have to be your government? You know? Why don't you put your personal money up towards it? Go on, do that then.
The local, I'll tell you what, where I live,
Barbie in the chat just said, I love England, but I'm moving to Spain, bro. Like she just said that. So it is really interesting that a lot of English people feel very defeated and they feel like they can't bring up their country, like you guys have suggested. It's like they feel that they don't know what to do. And I think what the problem is in England is they lack inspiration. They lack role models. They lack all of these people who are like, yeah, we can do this and we can do that. And this is what makes our country great. Because all the rhetoric that is coming from the Tommy Robinson gang is like, let's make our country great again. Yeah, but how? And with what? All you're doing is marching up and down the street with flags. Like there's no future planning. There's nothing that you're actually.
Well, he's bought and paid for, isn't he? He's bought and paid for, isn't he?
Sorry.
Let's bring in Erin now. Yeah, Erin has been.
Hello. I live in the UK, but I'm from Ireland. But I'll tell you what, I live in a predominantly Asian community, and they're absolutely fantastic people. And I'll tell you what, they do more for this community than just going out and painting a roundabout and putting a flag up. They've set up youth clubs, boxing clubs, all sorts of stuff. And you know what? I absolutely love my Asian brothers and sisters. I feel safer walking around the streets of Levenshulme than I would do in any white British area here. And that's being the honest truth, which is all.
Yeah, I can definitely know that again. Historically, presently, and have you been seeing some England flags going up?
Yeah. Luckily, not exactly like where I live, but I have seen them like when I've been in the town centre and stuff like that, sort of around there. And like, they don't even know the origin of their flags. Like for example, like is it St. George was like from? Was it what is modern day Turkey?
Yeah, and then his parents are from he was born in Cappadocia,
in Palestine.
And St. Andrew, the sort of the diagonal cross on the St. George's, that represents St. Andrew, who never stepped foot in Britain. Do you know what I mean? It's like they don't even know the origin of their own flags and stuff. But it's not like the British to sort of erase history, and 100% agree with you, and. Yeah, I just feel sorry for the Asian community. They get hammered, Elvie. Do you know what I mean?
Historically, I don't know if you had the same thing in Ireland, but in England they had something called pea bashings. I don't like to say the word, but the flags, from the 50s, 60s, 70s.
Go on, I'll say it.
And it's coming back again.
Find a brown person and then hate on them. I'll say it.
Yeah. They don't do that.
I'm Pakistani. I'm proud of it. Weren't before. But knowing my history, part of the history, we aren't the problem. You came into our land and destroyed it.
So why would you come here?
But they don't care. They don't actually...
Oh wait, let me answer this person. My grandfather was brought here on a
Really?
boat. Yes, he was. And he was Cass, listen to me. Let me speak. He went into the army.
Don't shout. It's really
Cass,
rude.
listen to me. Let me speak. You're interrupting me. Sorry. He went into your army and fought for your land.
Wow.
Yes, he did.
Are we still in an active war right now?
Well,
hold on.
You reaped his blood.
Let me speak
You
for a
reaped his
moment
blood. No, you've asked me a question. I'm answering you back.
It was a rhetorical question.
No. You reaped my.
It was a rhetorical
reaped his
question.
blood. No, he bleeded for this land, and that means that benefit that he gave to you.
We get it.
We're gonna be here, and I'm not going nowhere.
Now?
I'm proud it's my country.
Can I speak now? Okay, so your grandparents were invited here. They weren't forced here. They weren't held hostage and said, if you do not come here, we're going to unalive you. So first of all, they betrayed their own country for coming to fight to the UK. Well,
That's
they
not
did.
true.
Yes, they did. Let me finish.
That is not true. That is not true. That is not true.
Can I finish?
You fascist racist.
Can I
That is
finish?
not true.
The British went all around
Can
the
I
world
finish?
destroying people's countries
Can I
and then
finish?
complain.
Again,
Where's your profile picture? Cass,
Okay,
where is
guys,
your
let's
profile
just take
picture?
a chill. Let's
Cass,
take a chill
what do
a
you
minute.
look like?
Cass, 1 minute. 1 minute. Let's do what we do here is fact check, and we don't throw accusations that are actually
it's so easily to pick up. Oh,
1 minute. As the host here, I'm gonna do some corrections. Cass, People were invited, and also there was heavy manipulation done by the British Empire, particularly in India and Pakistan, and throughout the Commonwealth and Caribbean. There were promises of land, there were promises of money, there was mass control of people. So it wasn't a case of people going and just doing nobody wants to be on the front line of a war, dear. Nobody would really want to do that unless they were
I've never
offered
said any of that was a lie.
something was first. Okay, you're making some accusations here, and this is directly to do with Fahad's family. Okay,
I
so
said they're traitors.
it's important. No, it's not traitor, because if you are actually offered something, and the thing is, Cass, you have to actually understand the depth and destruction of history and the things that were done to people. There were many horrific things that were done to people and done to cultures that made them think and feel that that was the only option that they had at that time. So they weren't being traitors to their countries. They'd already had hundreds of years of colonization, hundreds of years of manipulation, and the people at that point in time, which was the British, were the people who were in control of these countries. So they were not seen as Indian. They were seen as British by the British Empire and British subjects. So they were being asked as British subjects to continue on the plight of Britain. Does that make sense, Cass?
Yeah, can I just elaborate without...
No, because you're not listening to what I'm actually saying to you.
I am.
Because what happens is some people want to actually just talk not to talk and not to listen.
I agree with everything you just said, but there's...
No, you
there's
don't, because I can hear you in your voice already.
Call them traitors.
I can already hear you, Cass, being like, no, but I want to dismiss everything you've just said because I'm actually explaining to you someone else's history and the things that I've read and the things that I know as well. So
is there not a difference between facts and an opinion?
I've just given you facts, but you give opinions.
I know I gave an opinion, exactly. So you've just came at me with facts. I can't disagree with facts. But my personal opinion, is that they are traitors. That is it. You can laugh all you want.
You can't call somebody a traitor when I'm
in the UK.
I've given you the reasons why they weren't traitors. I've just explained very clearly and very succinctly why they were not traitors.
Okay, can I ask a question?
They were subject of the British Empire.
Did every single person in Pakistan and India? Can you mute Walker just for 1 second? She's got a hand in like a bag of Wotsits or something. Did every single person in India or Pakistan all come to the UK to fight for our country, or did some remain in Pakistan and India?
Is this a serious question?
Yes, it is. Yes.
Millions of people. Do you know the population of India and Pakistan?
Right now, no, I don't. I'm not interested.
Cass,
in
can I ask a question? Before it was India...
1 minute, Rox. Like, what's the question you're trying to ask? And what's the point?
I'm going to ask again. So when you said Britain was inviting Pakistanis and Indians to come over, invite, by the way, not forced, invite, are you telling me every single person from Pakistan who got the invitation went, yes or no?
I don't know. I can't tell you if that's true or not. I don't know.
Okay, that makes sense.
What makes sense?
The fact that not every single person from Pakistan come to the UK to fight for our country is because they're not traitors. The difference is with that man at the bottom, we're not currently fighting a war anymore. So if he keeps blaming the UK for what we did to his homeland, he can leave. He doesn't need to stay here. And you laugh, but Fox, you live in the UK and you have a very...
in the UK, Cass.
Where do you live?
I don't even live in Europe, my dear.
Did you used to live in the UK?
This is Fox. I have to say this. Wait, hold on. This is exactly the offspring. Wait, hold on, guys.
1 minute, Rox. 1 minute. 1 minute, Rox. You'll get your turn. Cass, when you lot go to these same copy and paste arguments, it doesn't show you in a good light because we've heard these same things over and over again. What we want to see from English people is new thoughts and new ideas. You make a lot of assumptions about people. You think you know everything. You think you know every culture, but you have an inability to actually listen to people's
have you lived in the
real
UK?
life stories. Real life. That's got nothing to do with anything because what happens next is that what you'll say is, well, you should have some kind of allegiance to the UK.
Britain end slavery? Yes, they did.
Or you're a traitor to your country. That's what you're going to say next. You're going to say all this, like, why were you even there in the first place? You're going to say all of these things, what we've heard a million times. And Cass, my response to you is, why are you so boring? Why are you so boring? Because you have no new material. Cass, please go away, find something new to add to a conversation, because we are very tired of hearing the same shit. Like, we are so bored of the same things over and over and over again. And you're only having some props in the chat down there because people are thinking of the same things as you, which is nothing new. Nothing new.
Okay.
Please go and
Can I
try to
reply?
open your mind up. Try and open your mind up just a little bit.
Can I reply?
Just a little bit. No, you can't reply because you're not listening, because listening is
I
quite
am,
hard.
but you waffling.
But listening is hard. Listening is very hard for you, Cass. Listening is very hard for you.
So you're tired of hearing what I'm saying. Yeah, I'm tired of hearing black people go on about slavery. You've never experienced it. You're privileged black people. You're privileged black people who live.
Wow,
Nobody's
tired.
brought that up. We're
Yeah,
nobody
says
mentioned
she's tired of
slavery.
hearing.
In this conversation, have you mentioned? We haven't even mentioned it.
Yeah,
In this conversation, no slavery talk was spoken until you
One minute.
opened your mouth about it.
One minute. We're just going to
Fucking cheek.
1 minute. Happy Black History Month. Yes, it's true. So, Cass, you're very good again at doing all this copy paste stuff. Like I just said, why you only bring up slavery when you see a black person talking. Nobody was talking about slavery. You say, why are we talking about slavery? You just brought it up. We weren't talking about it. You just brought it up. We got black people in the panel. You brought it up, Cass. You brought it up. So this is the thing about people, English people, is they do a lot of talking. They do a lot of copy pasting. They have no new ideas. They have nothing to add to the table that actually would make you feel a little bit more smarter at the end of the day. To be honest, I lose a few brain cells when I have people like that on the panel. I really do lose a few brain cells. So, Roxwell, sorry, I kept having to mute you there. Do you want to unmute, Rox, and say a few things?
Yeah, the thing is, what this comes to mind is, this later generation, everyone who contributed, the ungratefulness that you hear from her voice is unbelievable. She hasn't got the patience to listen to somebody else's hardship. It shows she lacks empathy, big time empathy, no compassion whatsoever. Coming on here saying, oh, people sacrifice, but their sacrifices just didn't mean nothing. They were traitors to them, making it out as if like she was there at that present moment. She knows about history. If she knew about history, she would have understood that Bengal was the old Bangladesh. And then the part of India and Pakistan was also divided. Bengal was the country where basically it made Great Britain rich. It was the crown in the jewels. And see, when they don't study the history properly, they come on here and it's sort of like people owe them this. This is what I'm seeing. The way they speak is as if Black and Asian people, you owe us this. Even though you sacrificed your life or you sacrificed everything, it's okay. It's forgotten about. Now we're in another generation. Go back now. You served your purpose. Go back. It's like you're nothing. You're disposable. That's the rhetoric that I keep hearing from Stuart, from Cass, or any one of them in the comments. They're so proud of it, and that's what you call racism to a very deep hatred. That's all I'm going to say.
It is a massive lack of education, ignorance, arrogance, all of these personality traits that I literally posted in a video like 2 days ago about them. You can't educate people who actually want to be educated. We know that. The only reason why we have this platform is so we can speak and so that we actually are validating everything that we feel, think, and know. Like, this platform is not for them. It's not for them. It's for us to see them crash out as well. For them
won't
to
get up and
actually
debate. They're just chatting in the comments. They won't get up and debate because they can't.
No,
And if they did get up, all they do is they start the insults very, very quickly. I noticed that as well.
Yes, that's how they immediately get it. They don't have the emotional intelligence or even the intelligence full stop to actually string together some sentences and make their point. It just doesn't happen. Phil Britt in the chat was up on the panel yesterday, and I don't know if I know some of you were here yesterday, and the crash out from Phil was spectacular. Phil. Oh, Phil, if you want to come up again and see what you got to say, what you got to say. Do your thing, Phil, because yesterday, Phil, that was quite something special. And I said this at the beginning of the chat. There was 3 people that came up yesterday, and Phil was Fly. You missed a good one. Phil,
what happened yesterday?
Immediately. Oh, the topic I had yesterday was the real British history. Why are English people so upset by it? Like, it's their history, so why does it make them upset? Immediately, Phil I think I hadn't even started talking yet, and Phil blah 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 blah, like they do. They go off on a completely different tangent and talk about things we've never even spoken about here. Oh, well, why you did blah 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 blah, and he kept going. I was like, Phil, relax, Phil. I put him on mute a few times. I said, if you can't control yourself, I'm gonna have to drop you down on the chat. Oh, blah 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 blah. He had to go. He had to go. So, Phil, I hope you've slept well. I hope that you've done. Oh, AJ, thank you so much. AJ's here. AJ is absolutely excellent. I really appreciate AJ a lot. The crash out was very, very, very entertaining.
It's that acceptance of we've done wrong. My ancestors done wrong. Accept it and say, do you know what?
All right, listen to yourself. You deleted me last time.
Hold on, Phil. Hold on.
You like listening.
Phil, look, already you've started. Someone else was talking, Phil. Relax. Already it begins. Phil, I've just already prefaced you by saying what we experienced from you yesterday, and already you're doing the same thing. Let someone else finish, Phil, and then you can have your time and crash out as much as you want until I drop your ass again. Rock's World, continue.
Yeah, so all I was saying is basically it's just having that acceptance that yes, our ancestors done wrong and they're still doing wrong by contributing to putting their meddling into people's businesses in other countries, and leaving them at disrepair, complete disrepair. So this is why you got immigration issue. Just accepting that you are doing wrong. You shouldn't meddle into people's business and displace countries. Hence why you got immigration issue. Fine, accept it, and then say, okay, now how can we fix it? This is what you call constructive criticism, and you move forward with it. But what happens is they don't want to accept that they're at fault, they're doing everything good, and then they go on a tangent and attack mode straight away. And that's the way you're tackling these subjects is wrong. And this is why you're being called out for racism or racist, is because of the way you're handling these conversations. It's not right the way you're handling.
Yeah, absolutely. And we try to give them guidance, give them advice, say, hey, do you know what? This is what you should do. This is what you can try. But the view is very narrow. So, Phil, it's your turn now to say what you'd like to say, Phil. What would you like to add to the conversation today? You can unmute yourself, Phil. Philip, are you there? Mr. Philip Britt? Gonna ask you to unmute. I've sent you an invitation. There you go. What would you like to add, Phil?
The only thing I was just trying to add is just all it sounds like to me at the minute, from listening to you, all the times I've listened, is that you were attacking everybody that's British. And like, it does happen about the Christians. It does say in the Bible that this will happen. And look, we know what we've done. Well, not what we have done wrong personally. It's our ancestors. And it weren't even them. They was all ruled and told what to do. So you've got to go to the leaders of the room, like an African leader that sells children abroad, and like you get tribes cutting each other's hands off. You do. This is wrong. Got us wrong to the right. So this is where you've got to. There you go.
Phil. No deflection, please. We're talking about you started off kind of all right there. You said yes, it's the ancestors. We know that. Okay, let's try and find some common ground here, Phil. We're very aware that is your ancestors, and you are not there. But let's be specific. I talk about English and not British because I'm very aware of what the Anglo-Saxons did to Britain, did to the Irish, did to the Welsh, did to the Scottish. I know the Scottish are kind of complicit as well. So, Phil, let's just try to understand each other here. Phil, you're still speaking, please. We are very aware that it is not you personally, Phil. We know it is not you personally. And like what Rock said, it's just an acceptance. It's an acceptance for what's happened. That's it. That's it.
Yeah, like Chinese tribes fighting each other. Do you know? It's always happened through history.
China in it. What's China got to do with the price of fish? What's Africa got to do with the price of fish? We're talking about England right now, Phil. Can you, in your like, try your hardest, Phil? You literally go like half a second before you bring up another race, species, culture, gender, like anything. Literally, Phil, try your hardest to stay on the topic of English. If you find it so difficult to talk about yourself, why do you come up on my panel? Like, this is the second time you've come up on it now. Phil, come on, man. I'm wishing you all the best. Phil, I support you. I really support you, Phil. I really want you to do so well here. I really want to see a breakthrough with you, Phil. Try your hardest. Like, let's focus together. Let's stick on the topic of English history, and see where we can go from here, Phil. Okay? So unmute. Okay? So don't mention any other culture, any other race, Phil. Let's see if we can stick.
Just English.
Huh?
You just want to go on the good or the bad of English.
Anything you want to talk about.
Which?
The subject is English. So
only English. You've got to be English. Yeah. So yeah. Do you think the English have done no good at all in the world? Not even. Why do you think we all speak English? Do you think we forced it on everyone?
Yes, you did.
Or do you think it was planned? Don't you think? No, we never. I never. It was forced on me when I was at school.
English was forced on you at school, and you're English.
Yeah, because I'm English. Because I never wanted to speak English. I'd sooner spoke Spanish. Do you know what I mean? You can't hold everybody responsible in this country for doing the wrong with their ancestors. We can't decide our future. I couldn't even decide what country I was born.
You're upset that they forced you to speak your native language. You didn't want to speak English. You wanted to speak
another. I'm not upset about it, but I just don't. I'd rather speak Spanish. It's got
do you speak Spanish now? Hold on. Now that you've got the choice, do you speak Spanish now?
Yeah.
Hola,
fluently.
Yeah, not enough to go over to Spain.
¿Qué tal, Phil? ¿Qué tal?
Look, not going to start. No, look, I don't know as much as you probably.
¿Dónde está?
Por favor, please.
¿Dónde está tú?
Lo siento. You hablar español is un poco, señorita. I don't know, just little bits, you know what I mean? What do you want to do? Lo siento. Yeah, go on then, mate. Yeah, go on then, Tom. I'm a bricklayer. I don't profess to be the best at languages. How many languages do you speak?
Yeah, but Phil, that you wanted. This is what your heart desired, Phil. You wanted to speak Spanish, and now that you're a big grown-ass boy, you can speak Spanish now, and you've chosen not to. Why?
Yeah, but you only need them linguistic speakers in your ears, and you can actually translate that way, can't you? So I don't have to anymore.
There's that English arrogance right there. There's that English arrogance.
Oh, English arrogance. Don't be silly. See, you're always trying to pick on the English, aren't you?
Phil, you just said that you wanted to speak Spanish as a kid, and you sound older than me.
The language
many
and I don't like what the English history is.
And now you're like,
I don't like barbaric people.
Google Translate.
I don't like Germans. Do you dislike all the Germans because they tried to eradicate the Jews?
This topic.
Have you got something against them still?
So, how many minutes, guys, did Phil just go by without mentioning other countries? He mentioned Spain. He mentioned Germany.
You're just categorising the British. We won the war for you, so you're not speaking German.
No, Phil. English is a Germanic barbaric language. It came from the Germans.
You know what I mean?
Oh my God!
He hasn't had a female say his name like that in years, has he?
Phil, your ancestors.
Football as well.
Phil, your ancestors
You know
came from
what, Phil?
Germany. Your ancestors came from Germany, Phil. From
Right,
Denmark,
Ancestors
Netherlands,
came from
and
Africa.
Germany.
The
Your
Fertile Crescent.
ancestors.
That's where my ancestors came from. And
Everybody
yours.
came from Africa at one stage.
Oh my,
Yeah, that's
yes,
what I'm trying to say.
yes, but you also
That's
came
where it
from
started, isn't it?
Germany.
Swaddling
Like,
goat in
you know what the
Derbyshire.
problem
Where do
is?
you come from?
Phil, the
Where was
problem
you
is,
born?
okay, the problem, Phil, that what's happened in history is that during the First and Second World War, the propaganda is that German people are bad. So therefore, it has really removed you from your ancestral roots to make you think that everything to do with Germany is bad. That's what's unfortunately for you. So that's
Not
why
at all.
when I say
No, not the
when I say that English
Hitler
people
regime.
are from Germany, it hurts you because you don't want to be associated with that history. Unfortunately, there's
I don't
nothing.
care.
Unfortunately, there's nothing you can do to change that. Like you guys
I care
always
for
say,
the children.
you
That's all I
guys,
care
you
for.
guys, you guys, and you have Phil brought up the whole entire continent of Africa. Okay, I'm my
Future.
father.
That's
My
all I'm
father is
bothered about.
Nigerian. My father is Nigerian. I'm learning about Nigerian.
You was born in England.
You're not understanding what I'm trying to say to you, Phil. We cannot.
Oh no, I'm thinking
Phil, we cannot change our bloodlines. We cannot change where we're from. Okay, we can't do that. What we
We
can
can change our
do,
frequencies. That's the best thing for us to do.
listen, Phil.
Stop being angry with everybody else and what's happened. It's time to raise your frequency.
Nobody's angry, Phil.
The
Thank you.
gaslighting. Oh my gosh, he's the angry one, and he's saying he's calling you angry. That is a joke. That's
Projection
absolute.
all of the time, all of the time. Okay, we're going to bring up
To be angry. The children in our schools in Britain today are being terrorised.
Oh, you are angry, mate.
We're going to let someone else have a go. Eddie, how are you today?
I'm very well, thank you, and I'm happy that you have laid it out because you have spoken the truth. There's a poet from Jamaica, Louise Bennett, and Louise Bennett spoke about colonization in reverse. They have forgotten. They have went around the world and they have raped. They have stolen, they have demolished, they have enslaved, they have executed, they have done everything, colonized 5% of the globe, and yet they are complaining about migration, people migrating here. What they have done, they are reaping that.
Phil, sorry, I'm so sorry, Eddie. Phil cannot control himself. He is a grown man that doesn't know how to let other people speak. Phil, please, I've asked you from the very beginning. I told people what you were like, Phil. I hoped that you had 24 hours to reflect upon your behavior and let other people speak. He's gone.
Off you go.
Well, what we need to do is to educate
Eddie.
Phil, because that's a problem. The problem is that they don't know their history.
And they don't want to be educated, do
And they don't want to be educated. People like me, my grandparents from Jamaica, coming from the Caribbean, when I've laid out the history to them, they don't want to hear that. But the problem is that if these things were taught in schools, English people would be better because they would be slowly accepting the fact and move on. You can't just push things under the carpet and cover it over and think, okay, people, this happened, forget it. You see, one of the greatest atrocities ever was when the triangular trade. These people were brought from Africa, and more than 8 million people were thrown overboard before they even got down to the Caribbean or to the Americans. And yet, that has not been mentioned in English history.
Yeah,
Of course it won't. Of course it won't.
Yeah.
Thank you, Eddie. We're going to bring in Me at the top there. Hi, Me. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good, thank you.
Good. What would you like to add to the topic today?
Well, I just want to know which English people you think can't take the banter.
Well, a lot of
I just want to know which people, that's all. You put it there, tell me which ones.
Obviously, I can't name names. B.
Well, exactly.
Can't
So why
name.
put it then? If you can't
Huh?
prove it, why put it?
Well, I can
Go
prove
on, then
it
tell
because
me
already.
then. Tell me then. Tell me.
Just chill a minute. Just
I'm
chill a
chilling.
minute.
I'm chilling.
This is a conversation about cultural
Yeah, I know
behaviours.
what it is. Now I'm chilling. I'm asking you.
Sound
to
very
tell me
worked
where you
up
got
to
that
me.
from.
I'm speaking to you. Me,
Thank
I'm
you.
speaking to you. I'm explaining
Okay.
to you.
That's
So
good.
English people do have a culture of it's part of the culture. It's not specific people. It is what we've experienced. Okay, this is everything is about what we've experienced as people. We have seen English people. You agree though that English people do banter, right? We heard
Yeah,
this saying from you. Yeah, so you know you
100%.
banter, right? You know you banter.
No, but
For
I also
example,
know English
for
do
ex-
banter and take banter.
okay, but relax a minute, as I've
There's no
said.
buts. It's
We got
true.
me,
If you
me.
do a survey across the world, we've got the most best banter anywhere in the world.
That's
All right.
incorrect.
All right. Okay.
I will disagree. I totally disagree.
I don't know why you're getting so upset. So let me answer
Because
the
I
question.
think I listen to you all the time. I
You're
listen
only
to you all the
listening to half.
time, and I think some things you.
You're only listening to half the answer. You're only listening to half the answer. Let me finish from start to finish, and then you can understand. I said it's a cultural thing, and for example, my page that I have, this TikTok account, is about bantering with English people and is talking about some things with history, is talking things about personality traits, and English people don't like that. I've even made comments about the sense of humour and the banter, and I have people saying, "Well, you can't say that. You can't do that." Like, it's what I've learned from being
Who
in
says
England.
that? Who says that?
Me, I've just explained to you, me.
You said you heard people say, so I'm asking who.
Well, you want names? Peter, Paul, Stephen,
Where have
John,
you heard it?
you.
Where have you heard it? Where have you heard it?
Where have I heard it? Where have I heard it?
You're living through. No,
You've just-
me.
no,
You
listen,
sound like you
listen,
come from
please,
where
now.
I come from,
Now you
right?
listen to me.
You sound like where you come from. Me and you come from the same part of the country. I can tell by the accent.
I'm from
Yeah, you can't hide
Birmingham, yeah.
from me. You can't hide
I'm not
from me,
hiding from any fucker. I'm not hiding from
Right?
anyone.
So
I
you
don't
just
care.
tell us, right? Because I know there's banter in there somewhere, but you're being very aggressive, right? And I
Listen,
want to know.
You're from Wolverhampton.
I
not
want to
Birmingham.
know where your banter is, because right about now you're letting the side down.
No, I'm not. Listen.
Me,
Right, okay,
I'll
well,
give you a badge
you're
of
gonna let
honor,
me
yeah,
speak.
and it's a
This
nice
is what you
banter.
do.
You're the best
Okay, let me
Swede.
speak.
you're
Let me
you're the
speak.
best Swede in the world. That's a good
This is
badge
where
of
you get
honor.
pathetic. This is where you get pathetic. Let me speak.
Oh, you were upset with that? That was a joke. That was a banner. You're a best Swede.
Well, I wasn't
I'm
listening
wrong.
to you.
That's banter.
Let me speak. Now, if I'd have jumped in on you, I would get told, be quiet and put on mute.
No, come on.
Yeah?
No, we haven't been
So
put
listen,
Go on, then.
English people, by far, best bantering people there is. Right?
But why are
And
you
just
so
because I
upset?
say English, they shush then. Just because I say English, that doesn't mean they're white.
But it,
Right?
it actually is me.
No,
Yours
then
is
let me
banter.
speak. I'll let you
And
speak. Let me speak.
English
I'll
people.
let
I'm
you
just going to
speak.
correct you. I'm just going to correct you because English
No,
people
you're giving me your
actually.
opinion. You're not correcting me. You're
It's
giving me your
not.
opinion.
It's not an opinion. So do you know the 2001 census, for example, that you fill in, right? So when you actually go to fill in what your
Are you gonna let me
ethnicity,
speak, yes or
what
no?
your
Or am I
ethnicity, of
wasting my
course I
time?
am. But I just need to correct you, and then you can carry
You
on.
don't
Because
need
you
to
just
correct me
said-
till I finish.
yes, I can correct you. I can correct you
Why?
because
Because you're the host?
no, not because I'm the host, because I actually know
Why?
some things. So
Oh,
you
yeah,
said
here
that
we go.
what you said that English people can't be whites, but what?
No, I didn't. I said English people are not
What
just
if-
white.
What? Yeah, well then let me explain to you why that's not actually quite accurate. So English
To you,
people,
to
when
you.
you do me, let me help you here. Let me
No, you
help
don't need to freaking help me.
But I do apparently because you're really struggling here. English people are not. They're
You're a
Anglo-Saxon
single woman, ain't you?
descendants. When
You're
you
a
have,
single
when
woman.
you, I literally need to mute you because you can't control
Oh, he's
yourself.
so angry.
Yeah, I know. English people, I don't understand this. Let me finish this point because then we can move on to the next part of the subject because it's annoying going around the same thing. You said English people can't be don't have to be white, but they do because ancestrally, heritage-wise, English people are the Anglo-Saxons and Anglo-Saxon descendants, okay? So when you tick the form from the 2001 census, you can look this up even, okay? This is not me just speaking opinion, this is facts. When you tick your ethnic group, it only comes under, let me see if I can find a picture of it, it only comes under white English. We tick the box of black British. Asian British, and underneath that is Indian, Pakistani, etc. And even a lot of people don't like those groupings, but that is because our ethnicity, our blood does not come from Northern Europe. Okay, so we're not English, we're British. Okay, so hopefully that makes sense for you, Me. I just wanted to clear that up for you. Do you want to unmute? Hopefully you understood that.
And that's a fact.
Yeah.
Right then.
So does
I'm
that
not
make
thick.
sense to me?
I understand. Are you going to let me talk now? I'm not thick. I understand what you're saying. I understand what pieces of paper say. But piece of paper don't mean fact. I speak to most of my mates. I've brought up in multicultural areas. Most of my mates are men of colour. And they always call themselves English. They don't say, oh, I'm a British man. They call themselves English.
But can I ask you a question?
No, not
there?
yet. Let me finish, please.
I'm going to allow you. I'm going to just ask you a question.
It's not
there.
allowing me. Let me finish, please.
Okay.
Okay? That's all I asked for. So let me finish. So I'm telling you now that the banter is from England. I listened to your thing earlier where you said about, trying to give the English bad thing, then saying about the weather. That's got nothing to do with English people. You start to say that we've got the worst, we're voted as the miserable people. But it's a multicultural place.
You're definitely not proving that point.
I think you're just proper racist, and I don't like that.
So,
but that's
I've
a fact.
seen-
She spoke the truth.
Fly just
No,
said
stop
to
it.
you
No.
that from where you're from, there should be good banter. I've had no banter from you at all. All I've heard is you being very sad,
She has better
very,
banter
very
than Ireland. We have the
upset,
cracks.
very sad person.
Not a piece of banter.
No banter whatsoever. No banter. What a shame, me. What a shame. Like really.
Why do you,
shame.
right? Why do you think, right? You all complain about white people, English, this, English, that. Why? Tell me why. What do you dislike about the English people, and why are you here?
Thank you, Mike. So Mike is a white English person there. We've got white English people in the chat there, who actually very much understand history and understand the world we live in now. It's not about like or dislike. It's just being honest.
Now.
Yeah, you're very, please relax. You're very emotional. Just like, take a minute. I'm really trying to speak to
I
you.
hate this because I've always grew up in multicultural place. And
Listen,
then we get bloody people.
take a minute to listen. Look, the problem here, me, is that you don't know how to listen, okay? You don't know how to listen. I'm explaining things to you very clearly and very calmly, but all you're doing is interrupting, and I'm actually responding to you, okay? You're not responding to me. I'm responding to you. You ask me a question, you have to let me answer it as well. You've been allowed to speak as well simultaneously. You just asked me why I hate England and why this. Like, do you want to hear the answer or not? Do you want to hear the answer, me? You can unmute yourself. Do you want to hear my answer? You asked me a question. Are you
I want to hear your answer. Yes, go on. Tell me your answer.
Okay. My answer is this. You have to let me finish the answer. Okay. me as a person.
Just don't take too long, okay?
So you want me to answer it only in the way that you understand?
No, in your correct way, in the truth. I want the truth.
I only tell the truth here, me, but it upsets you.
No, you don't.
You
I've
think
listened
I'm
to a lot of you. A lot of you I agree with. There's loads of yours I agree with, but some of the things that you just say do get annoying.
Well, then don't watch me. Who's forcing you, Phil?
Well, I agree with some of the stuff.
I called you Phil because you sound exactly like Phil. I called him Phil.
But you to me sound just like Hitler.
What?
Oh, come on, that's well below the belt to compare her. What the hell?
You calm down now.
She's just sharing me. Look, she's just sharing some historical facts, figures, and what is there hate she's in her spread? She hasn't spread any hate whatsoever.
Yeah.
Come on, that's well below the belt.
Oh, she doesn't
Call him Phil again. Phil
But look,
too.
you're proving her point.
Phil
You're proving her
too.
point. You come on here very angry, and you haven't joked about it. You didn't appreciate her jokes or our jokes, so that just shows that you know what, you can't handle other people's banter. You see,
saying banter.
You literally
there you go. That's exactly the point. Me. That's exactly the point. Your jokes are banter. Our jokes isn't banter. Why?
So you think this is a joke?
Yes.
Well, yes. She's laughing.
If you think this is a joke, what's the fucking point in your discussing it the way you are?
Come on now,
Oh
Edie.
God. Oh,
Have a
So
bit
I
of banter
still didn't
here.
get
me, you
to,
need
I
to go
still,
on a flight.
I
You're
still
an
didn't get to
absolute
answer the
fool.
question. I still didn't get to answer the question because you see what you did me. You kind of diverted the question.
What has
Get me,
offended him
Yeah,
so
you
Eddie
much?
let me
jumped in.
answer.
That Rock's world.
He
He
just has
jumped in, not
hatred.
me.
That's what it is.
Yeah, Aaron, you're
See, this is your
right.
problem.
So shall
You
I? Shall
blame
I
me for the
answer it?
shit because I'm white.
I'm
Get
Me?
him
white,
down there. You
Why
let
are
mate.
you
him
bringing
pass.
I'm
up?
white.
Me? You're starting to play the race card now. Why would
I'm
that be?
white.
No one's talking about. Yeah, exactly. Aaron's white here. We got white people in the chat. You're bringing up race here. I'm just going to mute everybody for a minute because we're going to try and get through the answer that you asked me. Thank you so much, Khaled. Thank you for the gift. You asked me why I do this, why I've got an issue with English people. I don't. As part of my purpose now, this is actually just one of the platforms that I have, Emmy, me. This is just one platform. I've spoken about many different things. I have another side hustle where I have a Twitter account that has way more followers than this, okay? I do something completely different. Thank you for the gifts. This platform specifically, or how I've been called, is that some of us are going through an awakening, okay? You know how people are saying, oh, you're awake, you're awake. I've been awakened to actually speak about my truthful experiences in Britain and in England. Okay. So that's what I've been called to do. It's not something I actually wanted to do. And actually, for a long time, I was fighting it. I didn't want to. I didn't want to lend my voice to this because I'm just like, I just want to go and have some fun in the sun. I moved out of UK. I moved out of Europe. I just want to live and be happy. Okay. But I just kept getting pushed to say, Fox, you need to speak about this. You need to speak about it. You need to speak about it. You need to make this your platform. You need to have people come and understand what you're talking about and validate other people's experience. It kept harassing me for years. I'm talking about 2 years, okay, of all of these thoughts literally harassing me and my environment around me reflecting that I needed to start speaking about this stuff. And guess what? We've got 80 people here now watching. I've had up to about 200 people watching. So there's a reason why I need to say these things. And yes, it is going to upset some English people. It is going to upset because it's not easy to hear some of the things that we are saying and discussing. But for other English people who are in the chat, they get it. They've literally had time to think and feel and process and understand why we're having these conversations now. Okay.
You
So
think
I
that
get,
they
I
agree
get
with
that
it
it's a bit
because they was
pain. I
part
haven't
of it.
finished. I get that it's a bit painful. I get that it's a bit painful, but that's just it. Like, it is painful. Okay. I accept that. And I think you should try to accept that as well. It's not easy what you're hearing now. It's not easy, but try not to have a go at us for actually doing banter, because that's what we're doing. You lot say, and you came up here saying you do banter, but like the people on the panel have said, is that we're bantering and you're not liking what we're doing, which is proving my point in the topic today. It's proving
No,
it right now.
no. Can I say something, please?
I'll say
So
something.
you didn't listen. You didn't
I am
listen.
not. I'm not
Stop
disagreeing.
there,
I
mate.
don't care
Me,
about
stop there,
any
stop there,
banter.
stop there, stop there,
All I
stop there.
read. No, hang on a minute, AJ.
No,
I'm
stop there,
talking.
stop there, stop there.
No, I
stop
don't
there.
want to stop there.
Stop there,
Right?
stop there. I'm talking to the Queen.
No, you
there.
stop there. See,
I'm
you're not
talking
going to
to the
bully
Queen.
me.
I'm talking to the Queen.
I don't
See what I mean?
care.
We're trying to have the
Stop there.
banter,
I'm
man.
talking
Come
to the
on.
Queen. Stop
You
there.
shut up then.
I'm talking to
Let
the
me
Queen.
talk.
I'm
Can't
trying
take the
to address the
banter.
Queen.
Let me have banter.
No, I'm trying to address the
No,
Queen.
let me have banter, please.
No, I'm trying to
Please.
address the Queen.
I don't care what
Sat
you're trying.
yourself.
I'm talking.
Sat
You'll
yourself.
take a back seat.
No, sat yourself, angry,
You
middle-aged.
shut it yourself like your ancestors.
That's it.
Oh, it's only
Ooh.
banter. It's
There
only
we
banter,
go.
mate.
There it
It's only
is.
It's
See?
always there.
Oh, it all
Listen,
comes
you
out.
peasant.
Oh, so I can't
Listen,
have
Ah,
you
banter.
uneducated,
Okay,
unseasoned
guys.
Ding
peasant.
ding ding ding
Okay.
ding 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 ding
Ding,
ah,
ding.
ding, ding, ding,
the
ding, ding,
head
ding,
fell
ding,
off.
ding, ding, ding.
Point. So, host, can
Send him
I
on in flight.
please, my dear? Thank you,
Okay.
my Nigerian.
AJ, please take
Yes,
the
I
floor.
will.
No, I'm
Yes.
talking.
No, you're
No,
not. No,
you,
you're not. No,
you and
you're not.
you and I, and the rest of the panel have had some good
I'm
conversations with
right.
you. You're very welcome
No
to
banter,
just,
though.
I'm
just chill
talking.
for a bit.
No.
Please,
I'm
relax,
talking to the
because
Queen.
AJ is new to the panel. Okay,
No, no.
you've had a lot.
I
Please.
haven't
Otherwise,
finished talking.
I'm
No.
going to
Oh, you're going
I'm
to
going
kick me.
to this is your
Here we
warning.
go.
If you do not let someone else speak, I'm going to have to disconnect you. You've had plenty of time on the panel. We're all communicating with you. I've just had a very good chat with you there. AJ is new onto the panel, so I'm going to give him some time to speak. Okay, this is your warning now, me.
What
Otherwise,
is your time? I haven't finished though.
this is your
So
warning.
what?
This is
Doesn't
your
matter.
warning.
The Queen has
Carry on,
spoke.
AJ.
Thank you very much, my Queen. First of all, I'd like to say good evening to Queen Fox and all my beautiful empresses out there and our kingsmen. Big up
Thank
on yourself.
you.
Large up, done what's that?
Yes,
Africa.
man, all the time.
We're moving right out of Babylon. Sorry. So, I'll tell you what's interesting, folks. I'll tell you what's interesting. When the British have their banter jokes, which is, as we know, is wrapped up in racism, about other people, it's banter. But when you say anything about them that isn't what they think of themselves, all of a sudden it's racist and rage baiting, and you see where this comes from. This comes from an inferiority complex. So what they do is they project their own insecurities of themselves onto others, and the only way they do that is by belittling them, by making derogatory jokes, by making, stereotypical references to and about them. And what this does is it makes them feel superior, because if I can talk down to you, it makes you look up to me. And in order for them to function, because they don't understand, but they really do know that they are a genetical mutation of the African, these things actually annoys them, because it's like, we oppressed you for so long and still you guys still rise up. And you know what's funny? I tell you, and this is my closing line. What's funny is this. There was a footballer who I wasn't the greatest fan of. I'm an Arsenal fan, so obviously anything to do with Man United, I'm not into it. However, if I sent Christmas cards, Gary would be top of that list. Because what Gary did, Gary described because here's my thing to somebody. Someone was like, can't say that. I was like, okay, the people that was putting up the flags, are they angry? Yes. Are they middle-aged? Yes. Are they white? Yes. I said, so really, he gave an accurate description of who we're seeing and what they're doing. No one said, I reckon it is angry middle-aged white guys that's doing it. We can see videos. People have started TikTok accounts talk about the flag gang, right? And you hear them, I'm angry. I don't like the government. I'm angry. So you are angry. You are over 40, which is middle-aged. You are white, and you are causing division in society. So I'm like, Gary just made an accurate assumption or an accurate depiction of what's going on. The fact is this, and me, this is you. Clearly, you are a middle-aged, angry, racist white man. That's your issue.
So can I speak now? I'm far from racist.
No, not yet. The NHS,
Shut your bloody mouth.
The
You're
NHS,
a fool, man.
Shut your face. The NHS, shut your face. Don't speak to a king like that. How dare you?
You're
I'm
not
Ashanti,
king,
you
you're
know.
a little pig.
You know that I'm
You're a
Ashanti.
peasant.
You know I'm Ashanti
You're a
warrior, right?
peasant.
You know that I'm an Ashanti warrior of the Akan people out of the land of Ghana, and you're speaking to me like that. Are you crazy?
You can't even spell Ghana.
You do know. See, here's the joke with that, Fox. Fox, you do know that's wrapped up in racism, right? This ideology that we're sticking with.
It's wrapped up in C. It doesn't matter what I say. You say it's racist.
No, it is racist, though. That's wrapped up in racist connotations. That black people
Why
are
pitching me?
Black
They
people,
spit on it, Bab.
Black people are uneducated, right? That's a racist connotation. To turn around and say you can't black people.
The banter there made you to come to that.
No,
Banter there come to that.
No, that's not banter.
You
Let me
foolish
explain to you banter. Banter is telling you football team. Banter's telling you your football team is shit. Banter is saying that your missus is too good for you. Banter is saying that your car is shit and you should buy a better car with all the money that you're making. That's banter. When you talk about people and their characteristics, right, based on their race and their ethnic origin and their culture.
I never said anything about your race. I
So
said
for you to tell a black man, so how can you tell a black? I've just told you I'm from Ghana, and you're telling me that I
said,
can't
bet you
even
can't
spell
spell
Ghana.
it, and that's racist.
Yes, it is
You're
racist.
a fool. No,
yes, it is racist. And also calling me a fool is racist too, considering the racist connotation.
God.
You
need to go and get some fucking jelly tots, you idiot.
What? He doesn't even get it. He doesn't even get it.
You see what's happening? I know. Me, so what AJ is doing, I'm just gonna explain it to me.
AJ doing it correctly, is he?
What's happening?
Yeah, because I'm an African king.
This is
I'm
our
right,
banter.
I'm doing it wrong.
Me, this is actually our banter. It's like, relax, me.
Don't talk to her
he's
like
actually
that.
just bantering.
She's a Nigerian queen.
He's bantering.
Like that.
only banter
Darling,
here, pal.
he's
Do you
bantering
talk
with
to your mother
you,
like that?
me. He's actually
Do you
just
talk to
bantering.
your mother like that?
I was
Do you
speaking to
speak
your
to
mother
do you
like that,
speak to no?
AJ.
Do you speak to your mother like that?
No, your mother.
What about my mother?
Oh, here we are.
Hold on a
Speaking to her
second.
about
Hold on a
like this.
second. Hold on a second. Give me this. Give me this. What about my mother? Because
I was
understand.
talking to
Be
her
careful
about
what you
it.
say, rude boy. Because I'll come and fucking look for your scunt. So what do you
Oh,
say
the
about my mum?
banter's on.
I'll
So
come and
you
fucking
saying
look
about
for your
my
scunt.
All
mother,
right. Okay.
I'm saying about yours.
All right now. All
Please,
right.
I'm
All
giving you
right. All
So where
right.
you
please,
hold on tonight, I'll come
please.
and find you.
Lord
And hang
Guys,
you
have
for
mercy.
fucking
I will
free.
drop
Live in
people.
Birmingham,
I will
Strawley.
drop
Come and see
people.
me.
Excuse me,
Down
excuse me. You came here, AJ, addressing us as queens. Me, a queen. AJ, I have to pull you up on this. We also have Fly Walker on here. Please, the language, the way that I was on your side, AJ, and me, you're already on already.
Yes,
But
he said
please,
about my mum first.
shush, man. We don't care about your bloody mums. I
Let's
literally.
not go there. Let's not stoop to their level, people.
Don't
Let's
stoop to
not
the
bring
level,
mothers
exactly.
into this. If you respect women, first of all, don't bring up people's mothers, sisters, daughters, all that kind of stuff. You're on the panel of a woman right here. You are on the panel run by me. This is not the patriarchy here. This is not a panel run by a man. This is run by a woman. So please remember your place. Remember where you are. We're trying to banter. But if you go too far, which you just did, both of you will get dropped. Remember where you are. Remember where you are. Remember where
Okay, I'm
you are.
sorry.
Okay. Thank you. I appreciate the apology.
My
I appreciate
apologies.
the apology. Thank
Well,
you,
I'm not,
AJ.
but I can't. I'm not having people talk after you like that. I'm not doing that.
I know,
We're
but
not.
you know,
AJ,
I appreciate,
AJ,
We're
but,
AJ,
not
one
doing.
second, please.
Now,
One
don't
second.
address me. Don't address me.
the
Don't
woman
address me.
is still
You said
talking.
it to me
The
first.
Don't
woman is
address me.
still
Let her
talking.
speak
I
first.
don't give a shit about what you two are doing. I don't care. I don't care. None of us care here. This is about respect for me, first and foremost. And I would appreciate it if you actually had respect for each other as well here. Have respect for each other. I don't want to, I don't give a shit about you two and your, blah, blah, blah. It's disgusting to me. It's actually disgusting to me now. Like, really, you went too far. We went to the banter. It was funny. We were laughing, but you went over the top now. Please bring it back. Bring it back down because we were all having a laugh, all having a joke. It was ha 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 ha. But you went too far. Please, like, just both of you know your limits. Don't feel like you have to defend me, AJ. Don't feel like you have to attack all the time, Emmy, me, because nobody's attacking you. Okay, just please, men, and we've even got Eddie here, Erin here, Roxwell chilling. We've got guys up on the panel here who have been very nice and very respectful and very patient as well. So you two at the top can actually learn a couple of things as well from the other gentlemen here on the panel. So we've only got me and Fly. It's just me and Fly. Sometimes I think this is what happens, right, Fly, when there's too much testosterone flying around.
Listen.
This is what happens. This is what happens. This is what happens. So I am going to rotate the panel because I've got someone else who wants to come up. So me, I'm going to drop you because you've been up for some time. Thank you so much for being up here. We've got someone else.
Let me drop down as well, please. Let me
Okay.
drop down. I'll drop down as well, okay? Thank you very much. Thank you, Pam.
you.
AJ, thank you for, thank you, my
Thank
darling. All right.
All right. Jack, what would you like to add to the conversation, please?
I think we need to add some seasonings to bangers and mash.
Okay.
Nah, Queen, you know what? Brother Rock's World is here. I just came on because I seen him here. Yeah. You've handled
You're
it
right, Jack.
perfectly. What you say, my brother? You good?
Yeah, not
I-
bad. Fox does really good lives and topic. A lot on history. A lot of people can be educated on, the content that she brings, and very valuable content, to be honest.
I just seen a banter live, and I thought, you know what? I might as well put my 2 pence piece in.
Did you hear the banter?
No, I think you know what it is. The previous person before me, I don't think he understands what banter is, and he needs a fine tuning on it. When you're gonna start pulling the race card and you're gonna start pulling the history card, and especially on our black brothers and sisters out there that have gone through so much trials and tribulations, it's unbelievable. So You know, my elder, I'm not going to call you a respected elder because the filth that came out on your mouth, it was unbelievable. But yeah, go do your history, go research, and you know what? Come back with some respect, and maybe you might be seen as a respected elder. Queen, big up, bless yourself. Thank you for having me on the panel. Roxworld, love my
Yeah,
brother.
take care, bro.
I'll catch up with you guys soon, yeah?
No, no.
Thank you so much, Jack. DJ Monkey Trousers, welcome back to the panel. How are you today?
All good, my friend, all good.
Good.
I mean, there's always, yeah, I came on quite late, so I don't know what happened earlier on, but there's always like, you know, banter does have boundaries. Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
And it's great to have banter in a respectful way almost, but there are territories we don't go down because, you know, then banter becomes insults, and it's knowing where that boundary is. You know, having a laugh together, as my man said earlier, you know, there are certain subjects we can laugh about, joke about. We don't joke about families. We don't joke about mums, sisters. So, you know, banter's a great thing as long as both parties understand where that line in the sand is. And, you know, fortunately you brought it back. And I think, you know, everyone learned a little bit then, you know, to kind of take the banter to a point where it's not becoming insulting. And you know that's a good thing. That's a good thing. I like banter, but not everybody can take it. Some people can give it, some people can't take it, and it's one of those things. I always think if you can laugh at yourself first, then you know then that's kind of a good platform to kind of start with. If you can laugh at yourself.
I like what you have to say there. Very well said. It's true. There is always a line. There is always a limit. Like how you express that there, DJ Monkey. I always like it when you come up on my panel. I think you're very, very good at stringing these sentences together and making them make sense. Yeah, you hit the nail on the head. The fact that there's a limit, and I mean, you're an English. Oh no, you're Scottish, isn't it? Where is it again? You're from? You're English.
No, I'm in London, and I'm sort of born and bred in London, and love London. Travelled all around Europe, but you know, got friends on WhatsApp all around the world, like we all probably have.
So you're English, but you're an international man.
I would say so. My dad was in aviation, so we flew around the world. And I think that in itself for me was such an education. And it's funny how humour is different in other countries, you know, and I've always thought, God, you know, what we consider funny here might be completely different to what other people find funny somewhere else, you know, and it's been an education to go around and, you know, meet other cultures and how their humour is slightly different to ours. I don't know whether you've recognised that.
I did. Oh my God. My favourite banter, this may sound biased, but it's not. Nigerian humour is for me unmatched. Unmatched. Like as soon as you step off the plane in the Lagos airport, you're cracking up already from the jokes that people are making, from the staff, the things that they say to you, from the way. Oh, honestly, I die laughing from start to finish when I go back to Nigeria. For real. And it's to say, I'm not being biased at all. I absolutely love. Also, it's another the Gambia as well. If anyone's been to the Gambia, I've laughed so hard in the Gambia as well. People are so friendly, so nice. It's like family straight away. I love the Gambian humor. Where else? I do like American humor. I would say European American humor. To be honest, I've never really got English humor. And AJ said it earlier. It's a lot of it is based in kind of like derogatory. It's talking down on people. It's not like highbrow, I have to say. You know, there was all this slapstick and lack of wit, let's say. Slapstick in the 80s. Yeah, making fun of others. That for me is not funny. And like, you know, falling over and all that kind of stuff. And I will say that I actually did hire comedians for my, was it 37th birthday or something like that? and I had comedians in my front room. I had a compere and 3 other comedians. I don't know if you guys have heard of Sindhu V. Sindhu V has actually been in Matilda. She's been in some other stuff. I actually hired her to do comedy at my house before she was famous. She was in my living room as Sindhu V. And she's also done One Night at the Apollo. And she was actually really good. My friends and family loved her, and she was an Asian lady. She was Indian. There was 2 English guys, and there was a black guy. And the one English guy was like okay, and the other one, he was more kind of what do you call it? What's it called? Impromptu? No, what's it called? When you don't have a script, what's it called?
Impromptu, yeah.
Impromptu comedy. So he was like making jokes, which I really loved, and the other one was like kind of okay. But I do, yeah, you're right, DJ Monkey. Like humour is definitely some improv. Thank you, Ella. Improv, that's the one. Thank you, CHB. 18. Impromptu. Improv. Yeah, it's definitely Humour is always subjective. Humour is also different in different cultures. You're absolutely right. Everything that you've said there, DJ Monkey. But yeah, as I said, like I find that English humour is just very different to a lot of the world. And I don't, and based on the English people we have had up on the panel, it's proving my prompt right. Like English people take the piss out of others, but can't handle the same back. Yeah, so we're going to bring someone else up onto the panel, and then this is going to be the last rotation, because then we're going to end it soon because your girl's tired. Your girl is tired. The Wayfarer, let's see, you're going to connect the things. Hello, how are you today?
I'm very well, thank you. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. What would you like to add to the chat today?
No, I think you hit the nail on the head. Like back in the days, I used to work at, I don't actually want to say the name of the place where it was, but there was a gentleman who was like 15 years older than me. And when I was new, he used to crack a few jokes at me and my experience. I let 1 or 2 slide. Then the first time I got him back, and you should have seen his face drop.
Was he furious?
He was absolutely livid. So he's typical. Like he could dish it out, but he couldn't take it.
Yeah.
And I think he also was a little bit upset that I was quite young and I was relatively new, so that I was cracking jokes at his expense and making the other manager laugh.
They don't want you to be funnier than them. That's another thing. They don't want you to be funnier than them.
They do not. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
He had a whole bunch of insecurities and issues, and he used to project it quite a lot in the workplace. So yeah, it's definitely 100% the case. So and also just want to say happy birthday as well. Happy belated.
Oh, thank you.
Happy birthday tomorrow.
Thank you. Really appreciate that. Thank you. Call me 10. What would you like to add to the chat as well this evening or afternoon, wherever you are? Morning. Call me 10. Person at the top of the screen. I've just sent you sorry, I've just muted you by mistake. Unmute yourself, please. Call me 10.
Hello,
how are you?
Hello, I was just here laughing and agreeing with you with all the argument going on. Yeah. And the way you handled it, girl, you are a queen.
Thank you.
Queen mama. You handled it really well.
Thank you.
And yeah, and what else? Yeah, about the topic, the banter. You're so right. They can't handle half of the shit they throw. Forgive my French, but listen, I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry. They can't handle half of the shit they throw at others, you know. I work with a lot of them in healthcare setting, you know. They put you through so much. Once you speak up, it's like yesterday I had one example. Somebody, you know, we went with some of these service users to see all the MDTs, you know, like all the healthcare set, all the supports, to get some support anyway from other team members. So as we all sat around the table, so they ask everybody their name. This one say, I'm Sophie, I'm this, you know, I'm just John, I'm Paul, you know, all this, they just say their name. So everybody say their name, all English name. Immediately I said mine, Ijoma. She's like, oh, I can't say it. Oh, I can't. Do you know, that's what I take so personal, because all my life living in this country, working in health setting, all I have to do is explaining myself, explaining my name. Meanwhile, yours, you want us to just understand it. I told her, listen, oh, I can't say it. It's so hard. How do you make it short? I said, excuse me, can you not do this? Sorry, what's your name? She said, Chris Sheila. Chris. I said, so what if I tell you that I can't say your Chris? Chris what? I got really. She doesn't know I'm a Nigerian girl. I say, Chris, what are you making? Like, Chris, there's something we call Kwili Kwili in Nigeria. Is that your name? Kwili Kwili what? She got angry. She felt like, oh, I should know how to say it because it's Chris. I said, Chris what? But you can't use, you think mine. So how do you shorten yours? I didn't argue with her about my name. I said, how do I shorten your name to be able to say? She got angry. She was red already. You see, she couldn't take it. This was an example just yesterday. So this is it. They think your name. I said, oh, you don't like it. That's all. Oh, you don't like it. I guess that lady is going to learn something from me yesterday. You never see somebody tell you how, I hold my native name with I don't care what, how it makes you. It's Ijo. My journey is beautiful. And I love you to say it the way I say it. So whenever I do that, they get really upset. But honestly, I wish English people would understand to respect people. Even if you can't say it, you don't have to say, oh, it's hard. Oh, how do I say it? How do you shorten it? Like, who do you think, who the shit, they make you so mad. So that is just example of, it start with your name. And then when you say something, oh, we make fufu. Oh, what's that? How do you eat that? Oh, that's this. But I say, girl, you can't even cook something reasonable for somebody to eat. And you're talking about somebody's food, Listen, I throw it. Once they bring it up, once you fire it back, they get offended. So I find this, really, really, about them. I'm just, saying, and just like, oh, I love your accent. I say, listen, please don't patronize me. I speak Igbo, I speak Yoruba, and I speak your English. Don't try to patronize me. I love your accent. What's that? Do you think I don't know you? I know you're trying to say my accent is different. I say, excuse me, girl, what other language can you speak except this? I speak this language because that's all you can understand. If not, I want to flow in my Igbo language. You get it?
My choice.
Oh, they say, oh, what? Why is she always like that? Why is she like that? I said, well, you just have to know.
My jaw is hurting. You're so funny. You're so funny.
They say, oh, she's very, she's very, she's very aggressive. And I say, well, that's all the word you always use on black people.
Yeah.
Once you say it's aggressive, you think it's going to take away all your bullshit. No. Listen, I've heard this so many times. So if you want to run with it, run with it. But if you can't take it, don't do shit.
Exactly. This is exactly it. Everything that we do, what we hear, this is the problem with English people. They don't hear themselves. They literally don't hear themselves when they speak. Like, we all know what they're like. We've been their observers. We've experienced their behavior and this banter. And every time we do something back, it is shock. It is horror. It is, oh my God, I can't believe this. I can't believe it. Like, name pronunciation is the perfect example. Even my dad was only even bringing this up like a couple of days ago, saying about the name. And even his name is so freaking easy to pronounce and to spell. It's so easy. And again, it's like, but I will say also, there is one thing I will say about English people is they also fear getting it wrong. Like they also have a massive fear of humiliation. Like, they don't like being humiliated, for one. This is why they can't keep the banter, right? But yeah, they don't like getting things wrong because shame is really built into their culture. So unfortunately for them, they would also rather not try to attempt to get your name right. Yeah, Eddie, because they are insecure as well with it. So it's 50% laziness, 50% insecurity. Yeah.
No, but how come they will gaslight you and insult you for not saying their English name? Listen, I work with most of them 25 years in healthcare, but they never know how to say my son Okonkwo. But then they will expect you, oh, your English is really good. Why come? Listen, the way they patronize you, it makes you, it makes me sick in the bone because it's so fake. Once they turn their back, they never say anything genuine in your front. It's always in your back. They never get my son name correctly. It's always in the back. I'll say, oh, your English is really good. I say, I've worked with so many of you 25 years that you can't even say my name correctly. But here you are saying I can't speak English. Listen, I speak Igbo language. Bieba, Allah Bobo Geba. Can you repeat it after me? Idiot. Can you say, do you understand what I'm saying? You got into that stage that you proud. That,
Have you heard that? Have you
you
heard
know
that
I'm proud of who I
conversation
am. My
now?
mom put it in me. My mom put my
Call me
father put it
10.
in me.
Call me
Yeah.
10. Have you heard that conversation now? Whether like, and even European Americans are saying the same thing. Like, I can't believe I heard another language in my country. It's like they're so afraid of other languages. I can't even understand this idea of being so afraid of
But they
other
invaded a lot of
languages. So
languages. So why are
beautiful.
they scared? They invaded a lot of languages. Is it not down for
They
banter?
also force like my country to speak English, and then they complain about how I speak it.
Exactly. So double standard.
And to tell you what, they when you start telling them about the syntax and the semantics of the language and the diction of the language, and you get into the root of the language, you know the language better than how they know it.
Yes. Yes. I have a video on my page discussing this, correcting them on their spelling.
Grammar.
They don't understand. Like they generalize people a lot. This is why I generalize them sometimes as well. Like everything that I do is to reflect back to them, right? So I even have a video about how they say, not all English people. It's like, yeah, but I don't get upset when you say Africans because you're ignorant, and Africa is like 54 countries. So when you say I'm not upset because I know you ain't talking about me when you're saying Africans. I even know when you're saying Nigerian, I know you're not talking about me when you're saying certain things. Like you have to be more smarter, more intelligent to know certain things. But I do generalize. Yeah, that's right, Adam 1999. Generalizing you is so wrong. Then stop doing it to other people, Adam 1999. That's all you got to do. If you stop generalizing us, we will stop generalizing you, because that's how it works. That's how it works. So thank you so much, everybody. We are going to end the live tonight. It's been like 2.5 and a bit hours on here. So thank you so much to my mods. Thank you, Hermit Sapien. Thank you, CHB18. Thank you to everybody who's been on the panel this evening. Call me 10. Erin, thank you so much for being here. DJ Monkey Clouds as well.
Thank you for having me.
You're a wonderful
Thank you for having me.
Thank you.
Thank you, Erin. Thank you guys for the compliments. Everybody in the chat as well. Barbie, always good to see you here. Thank you so much. To that person who's got like the ant thingy, or is it a dancing person? Come up, try me tomorrow. I might be on tomorrow. I don't know because it's my birthday, so I may not be here tomorrow. So try us tomorrow because, as I said,
happy birthday in advance, girl.
Thank you.
Birthday in advance. Have
Happy
a great
birthday,
day.
Tomorrow, 42 tomorrow.
Oh, black girls
Happy birthday.
Right, thank you.
Black
So
girls
thank you
don't
so much,
cry.
Ambreen, for being here. Chris, you're hilarious. You've been here the whole 2.5 and a bit hours, and I don't think you even left. And you always in my comment section getting upset, and you've been in my chat upset this whole time. Chris, just admit you love me. Chris, just tell me you love me. Just tell everybody how much you love me. You really want me to have your babies, but it's not gonna happen. Also, because you're a Coventry fan, and that sucks. So, no, Chris. Yeah, I'm white English and you hate me. Oh, Chris, that's what you think because you got no chance with me, Chris. You got no chance with me,
Chris can't handle the banter.
no chance. He can't handle the banter. He can't handle a black queen. And
Oh
that's
no, you won't handle a strong black woman.
No, they don't know how to handle it.
Okay, guys. Right, I'll see you all.
Take
Maybe
care.
tomorrow or maybe the
Have
day
a lovely
after.
day tomorrow.
I'll see you all soon. Take care, guys. Good night.
Bye-bye.
Good night. Bye bye.